c'est pas, en français, c'est sous-épineux. Sous-épineux, puis ben, on a juste frotté ces salles, puis ça allait réactiver les doigts.
It worked.
Yeah.
It actually worked. See? He didn't have to go through 4 years of manipulation courses. He did 4 minutes. Okay. All right. Okay, infraspinatus. Everybody knows it's the infraspinous fossa. What is it attached to? Everybody knows we covered this now already. Infraspinous, where does it attach?
Lesser tuberosity.
Lesser tuberosity. Greater.
I'm not sure.
Which one is it attached to? Where is it attached? What's it attached to? Lesser or greater tuberosity?
Greater.
What are the other two muscles that attach to the greater tuberosity? No, those are the 3 muscles that are in the intertubercular groove on the inside. The greater tuberosity is on the outside. What are the 3 muscles that attach on the outside that we talked about?
Okay.
Supraspinatus, infraspinatus, biceps attaches to the supraglenoid tubercle and the coracoid. And teres minor. Supraspinatus, infraspinatus, and teres minor. So what is infraspinatus attached to?
Greater tuberosity.
Greater tuberosity. Is it the top one, the middle one, or the bottom one?
Middle.
Middle one. That's right. Okay, supraspinatus at the top, infra underneath, teres minor at the bottom. Okay, so it attaches to the greater tuberosity. If it attaches on the outside, which is where the greater tuberosity is, does it turn the arm outward or inward?
Outward.
Outward, because it attaches on the outside. So it externally rotates. Right?
Yeah.
It turns it outward. It externally rotates outward. Right? Okay. All right, good. So now let me think. Infraspinatus. Is that this one?
This
Oh, it's that one. That's right. And so what nerve root is that one?
C6.
C5.
C5.
So, okay, now we're neurologists. We all know nerve roots. It's beautiful. Okay, we got it all down. Very good. Okay, great. So we know what it does and where it attaches. Let's take a look at marking it now. Give me one. This is a good pen here. Okay. I guess we'll use you because.
Yeah.
Why would you just put your t-shirt?
Well, it comes on, it comes on.
Just don't put your
comes on. So that technique I taught you works for all the spines, the whole spine, top to bottom. Even the lumbar spine. Just have to dig in deeper to get to the lumbar. So the spine of the scapula, it's infraspine, it's below the spine. That bone that runs across here, the spine of the scapula, it's underneath the spine of the scapula. In here, there's the spine of the scapula. Supraspinatus is above it, infraspinatus is below it. So we're just more or less, and it goes over to the medial border of the posterior surface of the scapula. And so we've got the greater tuberosity, we've got supraspinatus at the top, infraspinatus, teres minor. So we're going to come across like this. And if we're going to see, it's going to externally rotate. Now it's shortened. Let's turn the sit and face that way. So let's put it down. We're going to shorten it. It's shortened now, okay? And we're going to test it in the shortened position for a second. So we'll shorten it, we'll test it in the shortened position for strength. Hold it there hard as you can. And that is, and we're looking at a pretty good shape there. This one was, I don't remember, was this one? Hold it here? No, okay. So, he's not weak on either side, but we'll look at how to do the TS and the TL anyway. Now, for lengthening it, If this is the shortened position, the opposite of that will be the lengthened position. So we'll do the opposite. You can see that the muscle is lengthening now. That's why those hatches are there. See, it's lengthening. See? Shortening, lengthening. And that will be the lengthened position of the muscle. Okay? So, to test for the length, we want to just make sure we lift the elbows up when he relaxes completely. So your arms will lift the elbows. Your forearms will lift the elbows. And your hands or your fingers will be what will be sort of the paddles to decide how far you can internally rotate either side. And actually this one probably internally rotates a little bit more than the left side. So I would say the left might be a little bit short in his case. Oh, and by the way, mark down whatever you find. Mark your name on your myoneural muscle map, and mark your own findings down. And I'll check them tomorrow. So whatever you've had so far, get your map out after this and mark them all down. And as you go, mark down your own body. So we can see what it looks like tomorrow, okay? Mark it in. Get used to marking this. Short for red, blue for weak. All right? So we have shortness on this side. So how are we going to lengthen that now? So the T, this is a really simple one because it's really more or less one, kind of like one movement. So not complicated, it's just kind of one movement. So I have to give him something to rest on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask him to try to externally rotate. Now, unfortunately, my shoulder's so weak I may not be able to hold it. So you can hold it for me here. Breathing and go. Don't let it move. And relax. Not suddenly, though. No, not suddenly. After when we lengthen it very gradually. Okay. Breathing. And go. This is pretty straightforward and simple. Let it go, relax, don't let it move at all. We'll lengthen it, good. I'll keep the elbow forward as much as we can. Feel where it still needs to be lengthened. Here we are here. Breathing more toward the musculotendinous junction. And relax, let it go. Beautiful. So we'll check that now. That's much softer and much easier and much longer, much more equal to the other side. Very good. Strengthening it, we're just going to do the exact opposite. So we'll start with it shortened. We're coming through the thick part of the muscle. He's going to gently come down and forward. We're going to lightly resist, breathing, and go. Breathing, go. Breathing, and go. Oh yeah. Just melting. It's just when it just drops like that, you get that reduction. That's a very good thing. And that's it. That's your infraspinatus. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. This is the motion. It's external rotation. That's checking the length. TS, you start contracted. TL, you start lengthened. Let's do it. That's it. Any questions?